Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Darth Slone, your official partnered content creator for Expansive Worlds. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 4 more fish for the Gold Gear Challenge 2. You have to catch a gold rank or higher on this first one, African Sharptooth Catfish, but we are also going to be looking at common carp, spotted bass, and the African Tigerfish. So I'll be going over the requirements to complete each of those, and we'll be dropping the footage in from when I caught them. Some of them were in live streams, some of them were not. So let's first take a look at the African Sharptooth Catfish Gear Challenge 2. But before we do, please do me a favor, guys. Hit that like, subscribe, notify bell, as I'm out here putting in the good work for my fellow anglers. I am an official partnered content creator. So please let me know in the comments any feedback that you have, any thing that worked for you or anything that you're struggling with, any videos that you would like to see me make next. I do have a lot of guides out there, whether it be for diamonds or missions or those hard to find things for the reputation, for example. It's what I'm out here doing today. We are 860 rep and out of 1,000. So we're trying to get these Gear Challenge 2s done. All right, let's hop on into it. As you can see here, you need a 33.0 pound line for the African Sharptooth Catfish Gear Challenge 2. So I'll show you what I used. You have to use a bottom fishing rig. So I used the Citro Del Rey. Let's look at it. Let's look at my setup here. I used the Citro Del Rey and I used the Pure Champion. Now, been a while since we pulled that one out. That used to be the go-to spinning reel, but times have changed. But what you want to do is you want to match the reel with the line and use the braided, guys, because you're already, when you drop the line on these Sharptooth Catfish, you're going to be right around 200 feet, 220 feet. So you're already got that much line out. And if you hook a big one, you want to have extra line. So because the diameter is smaller, you can have a little more line on there so that you don't get spooled. Now, I hooked into a gold, but I couldn't imagine what would happen if you hooked into a diamond on this size line. You'd probably get snapped. Or if you don't know what you're doing, you probably get snapped. But anyway, it's a lot better if you can match the reel to the line. Makes it a little easier. So there you go. And here's the sinker. And now the 2-aught I used after I caught a bunch. I started with number 1 using the liver. I caught a few, we'll say 3 or 4. Then I moved up to the 1-aught, caught 2 or 3, and then I moved up to the 2-aught, and I knew when it bit on the 2-aught that it was a gold or better. So let's look here at where I was on the map. My favorite spot to fish for them is this one. That's where I caught my diamond. That's where I went, and I got this gold challenge out of the way as well. So that's where I went. That's the gear I used. I'll drop that footage in now. He probably did. Yes, he did. Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Yeah, that one looks pretty big.
This is a gold for sure. I hope it's...
The way that pension's acting, it should be.
I hope. I hope. I hope it's not a diamond that's going to snap me off.
That'd be insane if you got another diamond on light line. This would be a good time for a game crash, huh?
Hey.
No, I haven't heard that either.
Gold, baby. 49 pounder, almost 50 pounder on 33 pound line.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. There's the African Sharptooth Catfish Gear Challenge Deuce. All right, guys, next up is the Common Carp Gear Challenge 2. And you can see here, you have to use a 27.56 pound line or less, or 12.5 kg that. You also have to use a bottom fishing rig. So let's look at our setup. You can see here, we're still using the Citro Del Rey, but we have switched over to the Ngamuntu reel, which is the African reel, beautiful reel. The max drag is 27.56, which is perfect to match the line as well. And we are going with braided, so we can have just a little bit more line on the reel. And we're starting off with a 1/0 hook because that is silver. And after you catch a few of those, hopefully you can land that gold. You might want to move up to a 2/0 after you've caught a few 1/0s. And there is the cheese, which is their preferred bait. Let's look on the map where I caught mine. Now, this is a known diamond location, and it's down here next to the First Breath, the dam. I fast traveled in here to Oribe's Neck and just hopped in a boat and hopped over here and cast along this little deep channel right here. And it didn't take too many, and we caught that gold common carp on that 27.56 pound line. And I will drop that footage in right now. Fun too, because then you're going through there looking at like, oh, okay, I can get this hat or this shirt or these boots if I catch a certain size fish. So then you're in there trying to beat all your personal records, your personal bests and stuff. That gives you replay value as well. Keeps you playing the game. Keeps you, you know, that's the equivalent of the Call of Duty iron sights. You know, you're out there trying to level your gun up so you can get that scope or whatever. But here on the angler, you know, if you catch that 70-pound catfish, or if you catch that 70-pound common carp, then you get this article of clothing or this boat skin or this Jeep skin unlocked in the local souvenir shop. Yes, you can catch the legendary. That legendary is your own legendary. You can catch them at the exact same time. I have a screenshot, Bay, somewhere of 6 or 7 of us holding, I think it's El Matador from Spain in our boats. I have a screenshot of 6 of us holding him. You can catch him at the same time. So there's our gold common carp. Sweet. There's the mission challenge done. The gear challenge. All right, time for our third fish of this video, the Spotted Bass Gear Challenge 2. And you must use a 4.41 pound line or less, or 2 kg line. Use a spinning rig. So let's look at our rod that we are using. You can see I was using the Ubuntu African rod, as I kept using it over and over and over again because I wanted to level it. So the rod really doesn't matter. It's the reel. So here's the Tyro, which is the 4.41 pound to match the 4.41 pound fluorocarbon, and I used a popper. Now this is the one where I used the hot spot that I've saw Johnny Crowbro catching tons of diamond spotted bass. Now this part's optional. You can push a boat, a John boat, if you have that DLC, all the way over here, get in the boat, and that is how I did it. I got in the boat and I drove around. I caught a bunch of spotted bass, caught the gold, caught my diamond. Probably could have caught more diamonds had I stayed. I will go back at some point and try to catch some more diamonds. But this is the area that's really hot. You can walk around the edges. The problem is you can't reach all the way out there with the cast. So if you can get a John boat in here, it is bon appetit. But that is where we did it at, and I used a number 5 popper. Now, after I caught a bunch of silvers, and I don't know how many silvers I caught a ton of silvers. And, you know, I caught a gold, you know, some golds before I was even going for this gear challenge. And then after I caught a bunch of silvers, I switched over to the number 4 popper, and that's what I caught my gold on at that point. And I just like to pull out here and cast all the way around my boat. And I got this little thing I do where I pretend this is a clock, and I go to 12 o'clock, cast all the way around my boat, go to 3 o'clock, cast all the way around the boat, 6 o'clock all the way around, you know, and so forth. And I got my gold spotted bass gear challenge 2 done right there. I'll drop that footage in and let you see. All right, guys, we got a big one here. This should be a gold because I'm using a number 4 popper. So we need to watch what we do here. We're using the 4.41 pound line. We don't want to get spooled. Good thing is it bit kind of close to the boat, about 30 feet out from the boat. I've caught, I don't know how many silvers. And I'm in this little lake that everybody likes to push the John boats to. And I'm in a John boat right now, and I pushed it a long way to get here. Saw Johnny Crowbro and Scarecrow doing this and fishing out of this lake and catching tons of diamonds. So I said, you know what? Let's go get that gear challenge done there. Just using a size 4 popper. So he should be a gold or better. I would say he's a gold. Let's see what we got. Yep, spotted bass gold, 6.42 pounds. So that should be the gear challenge done. Here. Spotted bass gear challenge 2 done. 20 reputation. All right, guys, on to our 4th and final fish of this video. The African Tigerfish Gear Challenge 2, you must use a 15.43 pound line or less, or you can use the 7 kg line, whichever you are going by. You must use a spinning rig. So let's look at our gear setup for the African Tigerfish and where we caught them. So if you look right here, we used the old Halloween rod, but if you don't have that, there is, I think it's the Brugesgen or something like that. But there is a 15.43 pound rod out there. This one's just a little bit quicker, this reel. And here's the Shaker Town. This is the Halloween rod. If you have that, it's perfect for this. If not, there are other rods and reels out there that you can use. Like I said, the Bruden. You could use the African rod if you want to. It doesn't matter. Right here's what matters, guys. Get that 15.43 pound line and then try to match it as closely as you can with the reel. That gives you more drag adjustment, makes it easier to catch them. It is a good fight. Now, I did use the number 3 spoon for the first time. Dad's a Psycho was trying to tell me and some others I was fishing with that they're very temperamental fish. There's at times I'll go in and I'll catch them one after the other with the popper, with the frog. Never could get them to bite on a spoon, but here on this day, the spoon's what they were biting. So I think it depends on the time of day that you're fishing for them, what they prefer. And it seems like they like minnows all the time, but the thing is, you have to do this with a spinning rig. So finally, used that spoon, number 3 spoon, and got mine. Now let's look at where we got it at. Starting out, I was fishing here in Flinter's spot where he caught his diamond, and also where I caught my diamond, but they just were not biting there. So I moved up here. We were a bunch of us fishing up here. Thunder Gunner was up on the bridge, I think, and Dad and Mix, and a bunch of us over here fishing in this area, which is another known diamond location, and they had been catching a ton of gold. So I said, okay, I'll come fish with you, and that's where I got my gold. Uh-oh, got one. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Here now.
Something big?
I don't need one this big. Oh, man. I think I've hooked a dime.
Oh, please take your time.
I don't know if I'll get it in. Like it's going up sporadically. Like it's... Uh-oh. Well, good news is if I land it, I think this challenge is going to be over. Bad news is I don't think I can land it. Because it's not braided line. Oh, no.
Ooh, wow, I can see it by your boat.
Does it look big?
It looks big. It does look big. Yep, gold. There you go.
Oh, nice. Gets that one out of the way.
That wasn't too bad.
That's too much math, Johnny. Just tell me the answer. Just tell me the answer. Don't make me figure it out. I can't think. That was almost a diamond. If you found this Very helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments. Let me know anything that worked for you. And if there's a video out there that you would like to see me make, now you might want to check my videos first, because there's a good chance that I've made a guide for whatever fish you're going to ask for, unless it's Africa. There's a few guides I've not made, but I've made a lot of guides out there, whether it be missions or diamond guides or whatever. But let me know. Please hit that like, subscribe, notify bell. Hope this helps you get your Gear Challenge 2s out of the way, as they are a little harder this time than they were on Spain, because of not having guaranteed golds at the challenge spots. So anyway, guys, hope this helped. My name is Darth Slone. We'll catch you in the next video.